about to see the world in action, what we can be. Life with no distractions, we'll get away. This is what we waited for.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another week of what we've eaten for dinner. This is for me, my husband and our 3 sons, 2 of which are in secondary school and teenagers, so you know what it's like trying to keep them fed. This week I'm going to be showing you some pizza chicken and also a Five Guys burger Fakeaway, which was actually out of this world. So let's get straight into the meals. Right, apologies if it's difficult to hear me because the air fryer's on. I'm just starting to make some homemade subs. So I'm just using these part-baked rolls instead because I couldn't get sub rolls in Lidl. So what I'm gonna do, I've just cooked them in the oven a little bit, and I'm just gonna do them on foil because they've already got quite a crispy top. So here we are out of the oven. I've just done some air fried chips as well with some of the chilli, salt and pepper seasoning on, and you can see that the cheese has all melted and gone really gooey, and that's what we've got for our dinner tonight. So for tonight's dinner we've gone for one of our old favourites. We've got some Cajun chicken thighs, some griddled halloumi and some salad. I've gone for this one, the glazed sweet fig. I absolutely love this and I rave about it all the time. Steve's gone for the mango and chilli from Tesco, and we've both got halloumi, lettuce, onion, tomato and cucumber. That's the one. This is mine and this is Steve's, and I'm really looking forward to a nice salad tonight. Right, so I'm just going to do some pizza chicken for tonight's dinner. This is the Muscle Foods pizza chicken. I'm not sure if I've showed this or not before, but basically you get these chicken breasts and they've got like a marinara and mozzarella sauce in the middle, and they're already cut and they've already got the stuff in. Just going to like poke it a little bit. And they don't look massive. Like I said this when I did the haul, they don't look huge, but they actually are really quite big. I'm kind of poke the sauce back in. Now I need to somehow get that out. And then what you do is you just get the crumb, which is like a mozzarella pizza-y topping, and then you just shake it over them. And I kind of, when I did it before, I kind of patted it down. I think it's got all sorts of herbs and things. Let me know, what does it say? Chicken, tomato, basil, mozzarella, low-fat soft cheese, sun-dried tomato, rosemary, black pepper, basil, garlic. So basically everything you'd use to make like a marinara sauce. And I kind of just squash it on. You get loads as well, and they don't look huge, but they don't, obviously they don't get any bigger when they cook, but it's just they're very, very filling. The boys like ate them before and they said that they were stuffed, and that doesn't happen often with my children. Just wash my hands. So that's what it looks like before it goes in, and I think I'm just going to do some with some chips for the boys, and then I'm not sure what I was going to do with our ones. So this is what it looks like dished up. We've got our crispy pizza chicken, the top goes nice and crusty. Just got some carrot battens, and that's some homemade hummus in there, and the chips are just oven chips. I've put a little bit of salt and chilli seasoning on. So it's Friday night, which is movie night, so we're going to go and watch, I think we're watching Blades of Glory. It's like an old Will Ferrell one, but it looks really funny, and none of us have seen it. So the boys are going to have theirs, and then Steve and I are going to watch a more adult appropriate film a bit later on. Nothing too scary for me. And then just have a nice Friday evening. So this is what the boys have got. We're having the same chicken, but I have not 100% decided what we're having with it yet. Right, so I'm just starting our dinner, and what I've done is just chopped up, I wanted a red onion, but I've only got the brown onions, so that'll have to do. Just put it in the pan with some spray oil. I'm just going to put a little bit of balsamic vinegar in there. I'm also going to put some of this caramelised onion chutney that I have in the fridge, just to give it a little bit of sweetness. A teaspoon of that. 2 teaspoons of that. And then I've got some butter in here, and what I'm going to do is put some fresh garlic in here, make a garlic butter, and then we've got some plain naan breads, so I'm going to put garlic butter, some sticky caramelised onions, and then some cheddar, and then put them in the oven and make like nice garlicky flatbreads to have with our chicken and whatever else we decide. I'm going to leave that on low for about another 10 minutes, just keep stirring it and keeping an eye on it. Add a little bit more vinegar, balsamic vinegar as we go, if it dries out a little bit. So I've just melted my butter a little bit, and I've got some garlic, and I'm just going to pop it in there, and then I'm going to heat it up a little bit more in the microwave, and then we'll paint that on our naans. I'm just putting some chopped carrot battens in the air fryer, and I've sprayed them with a little bit of rapeseed. I'm going to put some seasoning on them about halfway through. So I'm just about to start making our naan kind of garlic breads. What you can hear in the background, we've got the oven going, the microwave was going, and the air fryer, so apologies if you can't hear me. I've just got 2 of these plain naan breads from Lidl, just standard plain naan breads. I've turned them upside down, so not the brown side. I think I'm going to do it on this side. I don't know why. That's just what I've decided. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is get a reasonably sharp kind of steak knife, and I'm just going to poke it like lots and lots. I guess like you'd prick a jacket potato if you put it in like the microwave or something. Just loads and loads of little cuts, and then that way when we pour the garlic butter over, it's going to soak in rather than just sit on the top. So we've got our caramelised onion, and as you can see now, it's gone really sticky and nice. So what I'm going to do is sparingly spread this over each one. There goes the microwave again. That is plenty. Just make sure you spread it out. I'm going to use my plastic spatula to get the last crispy bits off, because I don't like using metal on my nice pan because it scratches it. So I've got my melted butter that I put my garlic in, and I've just got a little like paintbrush kind of thing, and I'm just going to dab it over the top of our naan bread. You can see that it's got like lumps of garlic and lots of nice garlic butter. Do some on the other one. And because we've like pricked holes in this, it's going to go nice. It will soak in nicely. So what I'm going to do next is definitely going to add some salt. And some ground black pepper. And the next thing I'm going to do is grate some cheddar on the top. I may lay some fresh basil over the top of this, and then I'm just going to pop it in the oven. My chicken's been in for about 10 minutes, so I can pop this in now. This will probably take about 10 minutes. So we're just going to pop some fresh basil, tear up our leaves on the top of each one, and here we are ready to go in the oven. Right, and so here we are dished up. We've got our pizza chicken, we've got our carrot chips, and our garlic cheese and sticky red onion flatbreads with a little bit of extra basil on top. And this is what we've got for dinner tonight. So for tonight's dinner, we've got some rump steak, some tandoori chicken. So I've done some garlic crushed potatoes, some mushrooms, and this is Steve's. We were just about to prepare our salsa and realised that the avocados were still absolutely rock hard. So we'll go without the avocado and tomato salsa, which would have maybe brightened it up a little bit, but it looks really good anyway. And this is what we've got for dinner tonight. So for tonight's dinner, we have got roast pork. I've made cauliflower and broccoli cheese. I've got roast carrots, parsnips, roast potatoes, and obviously pork. This one is Bailey's. Jake's got no broccoli cheese. I just took a bit of the broccoli and cauliflower out before I put the cheese on because he's not keen on that. And I didn't roast his carrots, so I basically took those out first as well. He's got pork and potatoes. Oscar's got everything, broccoli, cauliflower, carrots. He didn't want roast parsnips either. That one is Steve's. This one is mine, and I'm just going to put some gravy on top. And just a quick shot with the gravy on, because it always looks good when there's gravy on top. And that's what we've got for our dinner tonight. And we've also got some applesauce. So for tonight's dinner we are having a barbecue. We've got chicken thighs, halloumi, sausages. We've got potato salad, everyone's digging in already, bread and crisps, and Oscar. And this is still going, got more bits on there, and that's what we are going to sit and eat tonight.
Al fresco dining.
Yeah. So the next meal I'm going to make is a Five Guys Fakeaway with Cajun fries. Now I've never actually had Five Guys, but I saw this recipe on Instagram and thought I'd have to try it. The first thing I did was got some seeded burger buns and just pop them on an oven tray. I put these in the oven for about 3 minutes on around 200 degrees just so they started to crisp up a little bit. Next I got some lean beef mince and just made it into patties. The only seasoning I used was some salt and some black pepper, and I formed them really thin. For the Cajun fries, I just used one of these Maggi bags, and you're supposed to put your chicken in the bag and do it in the oven. I just cut the top off and sprinkled it over some partially cooked oven chips. I was going to do it in the air fryer, but I decided to do them in the oven because I already had it on for the buns. The next stage is to cook your burgers, so I did mine on my TEFAL Select grill. I'll see if I can leave a link to this down below because loads of you ask about it all the time. This was gifted but not in this video, it was a while ago now. I absolutely love it though. You could do these in a frying pan if you wanted to, but as soon as I've got the grill I kind of made it work. I had to squish them on a little bit, but burgers do usually shrink, so I just popped them in and they didn't take very long at all because I kept them really nice and thin. Once your burgers are almost cooked, you just want to take some cheese singles, the kind of slices you usually put on burgers, and put one on each of the burgers and then leave them for a few minutes to kind of start bubbling up and melting. It really does make all the difference. The little touches for this recipe, like wrapping the burger in foil and putting it back in the oven, really adds to that authentic, I mean to me it was like a authentic takeaway burger kind of taste because I've never had Five Guys, but you know what I mean, where everything is kind of like melted together and all gooey and all the sauces and everything go nice and your lettuce wilts and you get the picture. So now it's time to assemble your burgers, and you need to do this on foil or baking paper, something that you can wrap the burger up with afterwards. So we start with the bottom half of the bun and a good squeeze of ketchup. On top of this we're going to place 2 of the burgers, one on top of the other. Then we're going to put another squeeze of ketchup, a good squeeze of yellow American mustard, and also a good spoonful of mayonnaise. I use light mayonnaise, but you could use whatever you want to there. On top of this I put some lettuce, and I know that you can put onions, tomato, gherkins, pickles, whatever else you fancy in your burger. We just went with lettuce. And then you're going to pop your top bun on and wrap it up really tightly. Then this is going to go back in the oven for about 5 minutes, and this stage really is important. It makes it much easier to hold together. Like now you can see the lid just wants to pop off and the burgers look like they would just want to fly out when you bite into it. But if you wrap them up and put them back in the oven, they all kind of stick together and it really does make that authentic takeaway burger taste. We just served ours with some sliced up gherkin and some of the Cajun fries from the oven. They are a bit messy to undo, they kind of all stick together, but it really was worth it. I mean, Jake was amazed. He ate all of his and then he ate half of mine because they're really filling. But you can see there the way that everything's kind of cooked together. The lettuce has gone a bit softer, so it's nicer to like eat, I suppose. And needless to say, this was a huge hit, especially with the boys. It is highly requested, with McDonald's still being closed at the moment. Like I said, we've never had Five Guys, but it definitely lived up to a takeaway burger and they were extremely pleased with it. And I tried to make it look all fancy, but there's just no way to make this burger look pretty. So that's it for this week, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I do these videos every single week. The dog has just turned the telly on. What are you doing? He's just stood on the remote. What did you turn the telly on? So I know I said last week that there would be our palette sofa making vlog up on Sunday. Things got busy and we didn't get around to finishing it. We're still waiting for a few things to arrive for that, but I am going to be finishing filming it with what we've got and as far as we've got, and there's some day in the life bits in there and that as well, so that will be up on Sunday. If you're not already subscribed, I would love it if you'd go and do so. We recently hit 17,000. So I just want to thank each and every one of you that do subscribe and take the time to leave a comment and thumbs up, and just everyone that enjoys the channel and gives me support on these videos. I love making them, I love doing it, and I love all you guys, and I will see you very soon in our next one. Bye guys, take care.
This is what we waited for.